What is going on? Shango Ray here, aka Real Deal Ray. Welcome to the Water Sign Love Read. This is a general for all the water signs love read. So whether your sun sign is a water sign, whether your moon is a water sign, Rachel Shelton, how are you? And especially I like to always say, look at where your Venus is at. What sign is your Venus in? You know, TV. So if that is the case, then you're going to also want to perk up there. And of course, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I did not mention, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And yeah. So how's everybody doing here? Once again, we just did Earth signs. Got into a little Earth sign read, and so yeah, got distracted. But just to remind everybody, too, a couple videos ago, one of the Shangets, and I'm not really recalling who, and I apologize, but they suggested, why don't you do like some type of an oil bundle? Because we do offer spiritual oils or oils that can be used for spiritual purposes. And we did actually, we heard, and we actually came through with it. We know you are, TV. We know you are. We have our spiritual oil bundle. Okay, that includes the twin flame oil. Okay, so those of you doing like your shadow work, doing all that, and you're on your spiritual path. I'm not going to say the oils will do anything for you. There are tools. You use them also. They assist you. Okay, they don't nothing. No spell or anything really actually does it for you. You are the magic. You are the power. But they do help. Okay, so we have the twin flame oil, the seven chakra oil. So if you're doing chakra work as well, which is if you're doing the first one, then you got to be doing chakra work because everything does correlate back to your chakras. And then we also have the Gold Crown Luxury Success Oil for those who also are interested in creating more abundance in all areas, not just money, but absolutely, Rachel Shelton. If you go to the products uh, page of www.shango-ray.com, you will see like a big sticker there, and you just click on that, and it takes you right there. All three oils for only $57.99, free shipping in the U.S. of A. Okay, so be sure that you check that out. All right. Also, I know this is a relationship love read, but I have to also bring it up too. We have a couple days left for those who may have been in a situation and for whatever reason, no judgment zone here, but you want to break somebody up, there is a 3-day breakup spell also available for a very limited time. So you can also check that out. Okay, but I think I'm going to get right into this one because I was chopping it up with my fam last video. So I don't want it to be like 10 minutes long and then we get into it. Thank you, TV. She says the Alpha Goddess and the Philomena Lubana, aka Martha the Dominator oil, is lovely. Much appreciation for that. Okay. And by the way, the Martha the Dominator oil, there is still a very, very small amount left. So if you wanted to check that out. Thriller from Manila. Hey, driving from Houston to Austin, and you need some company. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so this is going to be, like I said, a general love reading for all my water signs. So that would include, Cancer, Scorpio, and yes, Pisces. Them damn fish. All right, them damn fish. Lord have mercy. Okay, so let me just look at, I already did the spread, kind of just did a little brief meditation on the cards here. So we're going to see what's happening, what's popping with this. I'm going to start actually with where a lot of some of you fire signs seem to be coming from. Exactly, Rachel. She said that's not a bad deal at all. Exactly. We wanted to give more value as much as we can, and they actually do all work together. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what the individual is doing, But it wouldn't make sense to have one oil for this and one oil for just some other crazy shit. Like they actually are very cohesive. You know what I'm saying? Ras Kanani Tafari. Peace. Scorpio male here, huh? Shout out. Wampnin. Wampnin. All right. So let me look around here and see what's going on with. Oh, like I said, I'm gonna kind of start here. Some of this may come out forecasty. Some of it may just be what's happening now. I just open it up and just let's see what happens. But for one, I can see that some of you water signs are coming out of a place where you are feeling extreme overwhelm in the relationship. Now, it doesn't have to just do with the dynamics of the relationship. It could be things around the relationship too. Living situations, finances, a lot of different things. Other family members dealing. If we're talking about a water sign who has kids or something like that, those always bring a lot of extra stuff into a relationship. It's never just unless it's just two individuals who have no kids and no family or whatever. But still, even then, there's other life situations. But when they start stressing each of the individuals out, then the individuals start getting stressed out, and of course, the relationship starts becoming very stressful. I'm gonna show you the cards for that. This is in the bottom row here. You got the 10 of clubs. Okay, you got the 10 of spades, and you got the 7 of diamonds. All right, so let's go into this. All right. I do sense that some water signs were also thrown off balance because of things at work. Maybe even a promotion, something that would be determined as good, can also have other consequences that you didn't really foresee. Okay. But whatever the case may be, a lot of this also came down to some of you water signs have been waking up within the confines of your relationship and beginning to actually question what it is that's most important to you. And of course, you know how much credit are you being giving yourself. Some water signs can be kind of depending, not too much Scorpios, but they could be kind of people pleasing, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Because water is very adaptable. You put water in a cup, it becomes a cup. You put it in a bucket, it becomes a bucket and shit. You know what I mean? My boyfriend just got a rank promotion, National Guard. Yeah, exactly. Because water absorbs energy and the moon can affect our own flow. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. So, yeah, I definitely see that some of you water signs you have been learning a lot about yourselves, maybe either a very recent past relationship or a relationship now that you're in. Okay, and even though you may have felt overwhelmed, um, there's another water sign coming through here. I don't know who this is or what this is exactly, but what happened is the relationship got cut off and you wanted to keep it going. You wanted to keep it going, you know, but it didn't seem to go that way. Also, by the way, like, share, subscribe, and thrive. Like, share, subscribe, and thrive. And if I did not mention like, share, subscribe, and thrive in that order, we got 13 heads in here. Be sure to lick that like button, okay? Crack to cracking all the way back, okay? The Shungarian way. All right, it's the Shungarian way. Okay, now, and in staying overwhelmed too, this water sign, whoever this is, was feeling also very, very just mentally overwhelmed. It seems to be coming out of or still in a very hectic time, and it almost feels like there's no time to play. Really, you know what I'm saying? There may have been a more playful kind of fluidity in the relationship right now, depending, because I got another something else coming through here, but depending, right now it's just like it feels like more hectic. Okay, definitely more hectic. um 13 people, 13 likes. Hey, it should be, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's right, you a Sag. That's right. Yeah, so it's definitely, and in a relationship, when one is affected, the other is affected. Like, that's usually how it goes, unless it's some kind of crazy relationship where you have a total ego megalomaniac or something, or some supreme narcissist who just does not absolutely give a fuck about the other. In that case, I mean, it's still a relationship. I don't know exactly what kind of relationship you would call that. Absolutely, Ross. Absolutely, Ross. Um, okay, but as of now, or possibly shortly coming, okay, within, and if you don't have a relationship, I feel that some of you Pisces will, okay, you guys will get into a relationship, possibly even with another water sign. I know, yikes. Right? Possibly a Pisces. So this King of Hearts for me does represent Pisces, okay? There may also be a pregnancy coming forth here in some of you water signs relationships, depending. Okay, there's a water sign who's going to be a father. This doesn't necessarily have to be a man either. Right now, the way it's coming through, it could just be an older soul actually who happens to be incarnated as a water sign. Okay, but the other thing here, which I'm very happy about, things are going to start moving around for you. Okay, things are going to definitely start moving upwards, leveling up. Okay, a lot of different levels and in different areas, also within a relationship. But yes, also even finances, because an increase in finances never really hurts anything, right? Can you have too much? Can you have too much? But yeah, this is a leveling up, and this shows growth now, incremental growth. Okay. And I see incremental growth. Some of you fire signs, excuse me, water signs are going to, even, like I said, even within yourself, about yourself, and with your relationship, it is possible to start, seeing your partner through new eyes, even if you've been with them for a little bit. It's all up to the individual. It's all up to the individual. This phase two, and I know I kind of say this a lot, but I'm gotta say what the cards are also showing me here too. Uh, I see that there's some water signs out there who have been learning a lot about themselves, especially about their triggers, questioning why they believe certain things, which makes them act in certain ways, which causes certain things to happen in the relationship. Um, some people are just kind of like more automatons and they just stay stuck in the repetitive cycle. But some of you I see are starting to actually become aware and just being like, yo, what am I doing? Like, why am I coming at this person like that? Why am I questioning them? Is it a question of, are you projected onto your partner, little things that you may be doing? Or are you, I guess you could say, carrying mental baggage from the past into your own shit? And some of you are actually starting to become aware of these things. And some of you I see here, and if you're not, then I do sense that that's actually going to come forth also as well, um, because it's very important. It's very, very, very important. Let me see here. What else? What else? Okay. So, hey, Keidra Brown, what's going on? This has been on top, and this actually goes right along with this. Okay, I just said how some of you guys are becoming more. The number seven itself always has an aspect of self introspection. For those of you who, you know what I'm saying, who actually do. Some people just think they're right and just everybody's wrong and it's always everybody else's fault. But some of us do kind of start to catch the drift that, hey, man, like, I do play a part in this. This is my reality. You, the god and the goddess of your own reality. You are choosing which reality that you want to experience. And that is also going to be based on what you truly believe. Not even believe, because if you believe it enough, then actually it's something you may know. Okay. Um, Sometimes I might have a conversation with somebody and they'd be like, yeah, all women are just this and that. And that's what they know, because that's the definition that they have adopted about women or men, um, based on their past experiences. Doesn't necessarily mean it's empirically true, but it is true for them because they're co-signing with it. You know what I'm saying? Mike's World. So, and anyhow, this relationship is actually going to act like a catalyst though for you, and I'm going to tell you why and what. There's actually going to be some letting go of these things. Some of these things that have been seeming to kind of box you in are going to evaporate. Pusha, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to applaud all of you for that. But for some of you water signs, you will still be haunted by your negative thoughts, okay, and your attitudes and your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's going to, of course, permeate your relationship. It's going to color, it's going to tint your relationship, okay? So you want to definitely be careful about that. All right. Now, some of you water signs are in alignment to meet, and this is like I said, this is going several different ways, but I'm going to start with the more, I guess you could say, more negative way. This is kind of like, I'm just going to be blunt with you. Like, there is a piece of shit heading for some of you water signs. And this piece of shit, may have some good dick or may have some good pussy, depending on, whatever. But lies, just many of you know it, especially if you've had several relationships. You ever notice how you get with certain people, or you just dealing with certain people, and all of a sudden just things start going downhill. You know what I'm saying? Things just start going downhill. More problems, more this, more that. Okay. um but I can definitely see that this person may be a fire sign, very immature. Okay. Doesn't have to be a fire sign, no. But I'm just saying it could be a fire sign. All right. Who's coming towards you. All right. But they are a fucking troublemaker. Their whole shit's kind of fucked up, and almost no matter what they touch kind of turns to shit. So you might inherit that if this is you, and if this is, something that you have, drawn into your reality. Okay. If we're not talking, this may be somebody totally offshoot, somebody different. Okay. But the good side about this, and this is kind of going with some of the other things that I was telling you about what some of you water signs are. This is also that of the spiritual initiate. The Jack is known to have very mobile feet. In other words, they move, they go. You know what I'm saying? So this is also the card of the spiritual initiate. Okay. Another word that I always, kind of say this too, but spiritual initiations, a big part of that is also about what you are releasing, what you're letting go of. Okay. And yes, you are being called to something else, to move, to grow. Nothing ever stays static. Everything is always in a constant state of becoming. Okay. As long as we're in this three-dimensional matrix, nothing really ever fully realizes itself, because once you're somewhere, there's somewhere else to go, or somewhere else, something else to become. You're always going to be evolving, transforming, transmuting in some form or fashion. Okay. So that's another thing that's heavy coming in here. But like I said, please be careful. And you water signs, especially if you come across this, especially if your gut is telling you something ain't right about this one, but you might still feel attracted to it. Okay. It's one of them situations. So if that happens, Papa Shangito told you. All right. Papa Shangita told you. All right. And let me see here. Some of you water signs are going to be offered something. Okay. This usually doesn't stand for this, but this is what's coming through. So it's like someone keeps trying to persistently either try and like have a date, or hey, why don't we do this, or hey, why don't we do that. But what I'm seeing here is also you saying no to this. Okay. Now, if I was you, I would say no to this, but I know some of you just ain't going to resist. All right. There's going to be some type of allure to this. And I hate to label them like that, but to this troublemaker, you know what I'm saying? There's some type of allure that you will experience. All right. And perhaps maybe it may be something that you kind of need to go through if this is applying to you, because there may be some jewels, some wisdom to extract from that maybe you need. So yes, from an outer human perspective, it looks like a dumb move, but once again, there's always stories behind the stories. Okay. There's the top story, and then there's underground stories, the subconscious story. Okay. And yes, Rachel Shelton said it best. Some are addicted to drama. Some of you are addicted to drama. You almost can't imagine what a just peaceful relationship. It would probably be what you might term to be boring. Even though that's what you want, but there's that side of you that may be even conditioned to more disruptive, traumatic relationships, and that thing is also what keeps causing other situations, other little mini emergencies. It's like one fire after another, and so yeah, that's a very good point, Miss Shelton. Okay. And also some of you Pisces had an idea to do something, maybe having to do with your career, maybe having to just do with something that you wanted to do, or a plan of action or something like that. But I also see you changing your mind also because of different influences based on this relationship, which may or may not be a good thing depending on you personally. And I worked with people like that once, with some BSA left and right. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, Rachel said I'm too lazy to be a troublemaker. I can kind of concur with that. I mean, you can only go through so much bullshit in a relationship. You can only go through so much. Um, Especially when you start getting into it and you're always, always, always fighting. It can be hard, because your body starts getting addicted to the stress hormones, you know, and these stress hormones cause other things to go on. For example, um, I believe some certain stress hormones also increase bile in your stomach and other things, which basically, to say it in plain simple English, your digestion's off too. You know what I'm saying? So Rita Benson, how you doing? So I do want to caution you about that, also, but let me move around here, just see if anything else is kind of coming through with any of this. Okay. Now, I do got to say this too. Some of you Pisces may also be going into a relationship. And I kind of feel like this, because this is actually right next to this. All right. This guy, the troublemaker, if you will, just to touch back on him, uh, might even remind you of your father, or a father figure, or a father energy that you had in your life. Okay, now maybe this is somebody you cared about. They may not have been perfect. They might have had a lot of their flaws. They might, have fucked up a lot or do whatever. But invariably, a lot of times, especially with women, they will, uh, depending, of course, on the individual, they will start to also choose individuals who also kind of closely match that father figure. Just like us men, a lot of times we will either choose the polar opposite of our moms, or someone who reminds us a lot of our mothers. You know what I'm saying? So whether you're dealing with the heads or the tails, it's still the same quarter. You know what I'm saying? It's two sides of the same thing. But let me see here. That's also what's coming through with that. Anything else that you got for them? Anything else? Nope. I believe that's about it. I'm not getting much after it. Sarita Benson, Aqua here. When or have you done Aquarians? I did air sign love read maybe a few days ago. If you go to the channel, hit videos, you should see it within the first maybe 5 or 6 videos there. You know what I mean? Hey, Gypsy Rose, how are you? Welcome. And who else was that? And Mellow Yellow. Hello, Mellow Yellow. Your color is the color of the sun here. You know what I'm saying? One of the colors for the sun is yellow. In Vedic tradition, red is actually the color of the sun, which is actually a little bit more accurate. You know what I'm saying, for that, because the sun is a lot more red. Of course, when we see it from our sky through the gases in the atmosphere and all that shit, it does come out yellow. Anyhow, I hope y'all are having a great Sunday. 21 heads in here. 18 have licked that like button. Crack to cracking all the way back. Okay. But how y'all doing? Oh, don't forget also, you want a good deal, a good special, if you're doing your spiritual work and you like to get tools that work with you along your path, we have the spiritual oil bundle. Okay. the Twin Flame Oil, the 7 Chakra Oil, and Gold Crown Luxury Success Oil bundled up, all for just $57.99. And yes, postage is free in the United States. If you're not in the United States, do me a favor after you order, email me, and I can send you like a link so that way we can discuss, because it's usually about $14 extra uh, for the postage and handling internationally. Okay, so take advantage of that now, because believe me, these are some excellent tools that you want to use. I've personally been using the 7 Chakra Oil, and of course the Gold Crown Luxury Success Oil has been kicking ass for me and for others who have taken advantage of that. So that's something you definitely want to check into if you're doing your shit, if you're working it, if you're working it. All right. So that has been your love breed. It is my intention. Thank you so much, Ross. I appreciate it. Peace, God. Peace, 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 man. You know what I'm saying? Much prosperity, success to you on this Sunday. I know it might be Monday where you're at, but, much of all of that to you. Yellow is the color of sun rays. I don't remember that song. I don't know what that song is. But, yeah, it's my intention, though, this reading help to serve you for your highest good in whatever way that may be. You know what I'm saying? So we're about to get up out of here. But I might be back later on tonight. I'm not sure. Probably not. But I don't know. If y'all wanted to do a card pull or something, I might do a card pull. Y'all was saying, yeah. Not in this video, but I might come back on in a minute and do that for y'all or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take up out of here. But, yeah, go ahead and check that out. Make sure you stop by, see what we got going on. Sherry Davis, how you doing? Good to see you, Sherry Davis. Head on over to www.shango-ray.com. Whether you want a reading, we have the 60-minute. We also have the 15-minute quickie, as we call it, just for those who just want to, they know maybe a couple questions and we just touch bases or whatnot. Go check that out. Okay. Of course, along with a lot of other things that we got there. So just go browse around. Be nosy, be a looky-loo. Check it out, So without further ado, I'm about to head up out of here. Like I said, happy Sunday to everybody. Much love to everybody. Thank you for being here. You didn't have to, but I appreciate you resonating, getting on the same frequency. We're on the same frequency here, and I appreciate